back with the Into the Rhythm tournament sponsored by Sennheiser, and it's time for the losers bracket of finals. Once again, we will see Kraken Paradise, and once again, we actually see Ghost Gaming, with Ghost Gaming being eliminated in the quarters, while Kraken Paradise just lost against Black Squids there, the underdog basically in the semi-finals on winner bracket. But Ninja is back with me, and that means we're back with a lot of action, right?
Yeah, and honestly, if you're looking at this screen, I think a lot of people who have been following Splatoon recently will be really confused when you say winner finals, because Kraken Paradise Ghost Gaming is a classic grand finals matchup. You always see these guys in grands, but this time, Black Squids have been storming through the tournament. They took out Ghost Gaming, and they took out Kraken Paradise back-to-back in Game 5 sets. And to be able to take out two powerhouses in Game 5 sets back-to-back, that's just, like, that's insane. Black Squids have been absolutely insane today, and they've sent both these teams to losers, and these teams are going to be fighting for their rematch against Black Squids in the finals.
Now that's true. That would mean that we get that big rematch, which, I mean, that puts something even more special to the grand final. If you actually face the same matchup that you might have lost early on in the tournament.
Yeah, however, every single team staying in the tournament right now, Black Squids, Kraken Paradise, and Ghost Gaming, will be winning a prize. And the loser of this set will be losing the third place prize, and we will see who that is going into the first game here on, I believe this is Rainmaker on Makomart. Yep, Rainmaker on Makomart.
Yeah, Rainmaker. It is obviously on orange, it's Ghost Gaming, and on greenish, that is actually Kraken Paradise. Soren, the first one, getting closer to the Rainmaker, trying to make a push, but there's Ezra securing the flank for him. But it seems like all the top parts are currently dominated by Kraken Paradise. Look at that, Kimber coming in.
Yeah, Kraken Paradise, they were upset after that loss, and they want to dominate Ghost Gaming because they've already taken them down to under 20 points.
Oh, they're doing it! They're doing it!
What? Oh my god!
No way!
They didn't get the knockout, and Ghost Gaming, that's exactly what Ghost Gaming needs now, a knockout to get rid of Kraken Paradise. Kraken Paradise won that rematch so bad, they took it to 1 point in under a minute. Absolutely insane team play coming out here.
But now Brian is on a triple already. I think he now really wants to make sure that the Rainmaker is moving back. I mean, they were nearly out of map 1 already, as he said, down to 1 on the first push of Kraken Paradise. But now, with some Stingray support, they might be able to move, and they move quickly with the Rainmaker here. Stingray also coming out for Kraken Paradise, which meant they got, I think that was Senju on the Rainmaker. He got splatted. So once again, neutral zone.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked at how well the Kraken Paradise did that, and let's see if they can keep this up through the rest of the game. We actually see Kaji on a bit of an off-pick because they are usually a heavy splatling player, but definitely proving they can be strong on the custom jet squelch. You know, they're not a one-trick. They aren't limited to just that weapon. Kraken Paradise here, they're going to now try and make sure they can keep mid and keep the control. They do have some specials coming online, but nothing yet, so we'll see what they do with it income already.
I mean, right now, Kraken Paradise doesn't need to push too hard. Obviously, down to 1, that is an achievement. But hey, against a team like Ghost Gaming, you want to close it as soon as possible. Now, Sendo is on the Rainmaker. He's moving ahead. He sees the POTUS already there. Might be a chance, but there's not enough in coverage now.
Ghost Gaming already have their person. No, Kraken Paradise is actually defender, but Watsum comes in clutch. This game is insanely close, and Watsum's the last one left. Like, this must be so scary if you're him right now. Ghost Gaming are waiting for the respawns, waiting for the stealth jumps, but Watsum, I think they've settled it now. Kraken Paradise have saved their game. They've stopped for themselves from being knocked out, and they've put themselves back in a good situation, but that was almost the end of the game for Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, both teams now super close in their attempt to actually lift the Rainmaker there onto the POTUS. Wasn't enough this time, but 10-1. I mean, those are really close contested. Brian now trying to get onto the Rainmaker. They finally watched him, and he falls, which means it will be, it needs to be popped again. It's popped by Brian and his team there. So Ghost Gaming on the run. Can they really build a second one? Soren tries to get enough coverage with Ezra there, so the Rainmaker can move around the flank. Kipper is trying to move on downside, but we can't get close, especially now with the Stingray.
Yeah, Ghost Gaming is just they've got a lot of specials coming out. They've used their Jet, their Ray, they've got their Booyah Bomb online, which they're now using, and they're just keeping Kraken Paradise away. They're not letting them touch it, but they do eventually manage to take out the Rainmaker, and we do see Wadsum take out Brian. You know, Wadsum's the sub player. He's filling in for Plantro, but he's shown that, you know, even if Plantro's out, he can fill his shoes extremely well. He's been playing insane today as a substitute for this team.
Yeah, definitely not letting Kraken Paradise down here, that's for sure. Both teams now know that it was super, super close, and each of them could finish this in just one good push. Kipper falls to Sorin, now pushing with Sendo. They also get the Brella out of the way with Ezra, trying to provide the in coverage for the push. Sendo's coming up. Sorin with range help, but there might be chances of sticky pop right in front of them. No way to move. Booyah Bomb also coming out for them. Now everything on the side of Ghost Gaming, but just not the coverage to move.
We see a lot of specials coming out for Ghost Gaming, but a lot of specials coming out from Kraken Paradise to try and quell them down. But it doesn't matter because Ghost Gaming did get the man advantage in the end, taking down 2 for Kraken Paradise, and that means Ghost will be able to get their push here. However, if you're pushing this close to their spawn, there's a good chance the Kraken Paradise members will be able to keep just, you know, kind of churning out to try and take down Sendu, in which they don't. Holy hell.
It's just too crazy. That is an incredible matchup.
I think Kraken Paradise. I'm not sure what.
No, Ghost Gaming won.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like okay, so Kraken Paradise almost took it there, and then I think Ghost Gaming, when they were pushing, they kind of, I guess, lost track of Sendu. They will have seen him pushing, but they were using their specials. But yeah, they were losing. Yeah, Ghost Gaming did win, but what I'm saying is they lost track of Sendu, and I'm not sure how. You know, like I guess they didn't use their specials to the fullest, or didn't, you know, like angle their shots where they should have. Because yeah. Ghost Gaming managed to take that, and I'm honestly just like, you see KP in 30 seconds take it down to 1, and Ghost Gaming still win. That's when you know Ghost Gaming's a powerhouse, because if you can be set back to like the worst possible scenario that isn't losing instantly in 30 seconds, and still win the game, that just shows like just how mentally strong you can be as a team.
Yeah, definitely providing mental strength and showing that they could actually take this and go into the grand final. Obviously, this is the losers final, which means whoever wins here will find themselves in the grand final and go up against the Black Squids. And it could be Kraken Paradise again, or it could also be Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, and I think, again, as I was saying earlier, if I'm Kraken Paradise going into this game, I am scared. You're going into Clan Blitz against Ghost Gaming, which is probably the strongest Clan Blitz team, I'd say, in the entire West. You know, if it was that one mode was the only mode we played, Ghost Gaming would dominate. And one big... Sorry about that. One big reason is their amazing coordination, their amazing use of specials, and their amazing use of Sendu on that tent umbrella. Honestly, Kraken Paradise just need to, like... They need to... do their best to win this game, because it's definitely not unwinnable. They're a very strong team, but it is going to be hard. But if they do lose, they need to make sure they can keep their head in the series, because they're definitely, you know... They've made reverse sweeps against this team before. It can happen easily.
That is true, but I just want to say that in case Kraken Paradise wins here, they go back into the grand final against Backsquids, and Backsquids manage to get them out again and win this. It would be such a huge storyline for them.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not there yet. It's still Ghost Gaming versus Kraken Paradise, and it is Ghost Gaming taking the first, even with Kraken having a great start, but this match could go either way.
Yeah, this match, honestly, like, I can see the teams winning. I think, for sure, the Kraken Paradise might struggle on the next mode, but it's definitely not unwinnable. But I think the next 2 modes after that, Splat Zones and especially Tower Control, are definitely Kraken Paradise favorites modes. I predict another Game 5. We've seen 2 Game 5s before this. I think we're going to see a 3rd Game 5 right here. Who it goes to, I have no idea, honestly. You couldn't ask me, and you could try and ask me, and I won't give you an answer, because I don't know. We are going to see Clan Blitz on Anchovy Games, actually, picked by Kraken Paradise, so we'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah, Clan Blitz map number 2. Obviously, this is now a best of 5. Like all the previous matches in the loser brackets were best of 3. We're back to a best of 5 for the losers finals, and then best of 7 actually in the big grand final.
Yeah, of course, that will be a big, long series. Teams need to make sure they have the kind of mental kind of fortitude and stamina to keep up with the amount of games they'll be playing. But I think once you're used to playing this much, you're used to playing at this level, you definitely get it, you know, under wraps. You get used to it.
Let's hope that actually works, as I said. Just waiting for a map to Clan Blitz here. And I mean, chat says Ghost Gaming will take this one, and then Kraken Paradise will do the reverse sweep. I'm not so sure, to be honest. I mean, they're coming off a loss against Backsquids, and if they now get falling down 2-0 to Ghost Gaming, I'm not sure if they got the strength to pull themselves together once again and then winning 3 in a row.
See, I know KP, and I've actually seen them before. They've been in grand finals against Ghost Gaming. That was a big tournament a while back. They were in grand finals against Ghost Gaming. Ghost Gaming were up 3-0 in best of 7, and Kraken Paradise just won 4 in a row. They're that sort of team where they can keep their, they can keep their mental state high, and they can just bring it back if they want to.
I'll see starting a map number 2 here. It's Kraken Paradise on orange, and it's Ghost Gaming on pink, purple, however, whatever you see in this. Depends on.
Yeah, and now we see both teams already build up a power clam, so they do have the ability to score. But I'd say Ghost Gaming do have more control over the mid, but it looks like that's because Kraken Paradise are going for a cheeky flank at the start of the game here.
Yeah, but Watson with the clam just getting in a bit of trouble here. Oh, they're taking out each other, so both forward.
That was the Tenterbrella 1v1. Both weapons very slow, but have the ability to one-shot. And Watson does win that, but Sendu had his teammates there to back him up, and he did manage to take out Watson after he won. Kraken Paradise do have the advantage being up in their spawn, and we'll see if they manage to get a score here with the clam.
Yeah, so far none of them did. They're both pretty equal right now in the pace they're playing. Let's see if Brian can maybe turn this around. There's obviously the same approach right now on the other side, on the side of Kraken Paradise. Brian doesn't really decide right now, but they got Watson. That was a good one with Esra now trying to follow up with another one. That's 2 in a row for Ghost Gaming, so it gives a bit more room to Sendo and Brian to move ahead.
That was clean from Ghost Gaming, and now they only have like 1 or 2 people alive to stop this push. They're all alive now, but Sendu got there quick, and with that Tenterbrella HP, with the Bubbles HP, you need a lot of people to shred that down. So he took the opportunity, he went through, and got the counter down to 57. 1v1 now versus Gray and Soren. We'll see if he can clutch this out. But I think, yeah, Soren's going to jump back. He sees the respawns going FKP. He doesn't have any clams to score. He's going to let them retake as he gets back with his team.
Yeah, Gray now trying to build the same up for Kraken Paradise. Obviously, they didn't score yet. They didn't have a chance to pop a shield so far. Kiva trying to create some room for Gray, but it seems Ghost Gaming is really under control, especially now after winning the first map.
And Gray, which stopped one of their super clams, they also got a push here. Watsum's going to have to fight Sendu there, but Sendu's just going in with clams. He doesn't care about fighting. He just wants to score for the objective. That's the point of the game. And yeah, they do it. KP are going to be left with 39 clams total after the power clam drops, but that's just dominance from Ghost Gaming.
Yeah, seems like really that is the game mode here for Ghost Gaming. And they actually would provide the chance for the big reverse sweep the chat was talking about. Right now, if Kraken Paradise wants to have a shot here on map number 2, they need to get it rolling now. They can't just wait any longer.
Yeah, they need to get some momentum here. I think it is going to be hard if they lose this game, but it's not impossible. But they don't want to. You don't want to be down 2-0 in a series, especially when your tournament life is on the line now. You're in losers, it's no longer winners. You don't have that safety to fall back on. But we'll see how they can do.
Yeah, right now, Esra trying to get the clams once again, building up here for Ghost Gaming, but gets stopped by Gray. Just waiting. Also playing the Brella, if I saw that correctly.
Yeah, he is playing the Brella. They are going back with the double Brella comp, which I do think works here. I think it's very strong for this combination, and I think they know what they're doing with it, so I do trust in it. But Ghost Gaming just playing the better game overall, and they do have 2 down again, and they have clams to score again. This could be it if Ghost Gaming play it right. They're going to get it down to 19 with that super. If they get some more little clams in, this could be it for Kraken Paradise here. Yeah,
it seems like Kraken Paradise not really able to hold Ghost Gaming on this game mode here on map 2, down to 7 right now.
But
yeah,
they need one more clam. And that's going to be the last clam coming with a jump, I think. Yeah, Ghost Gaming take that 100-0. That was dominant. What else can I say? Ghost Gaming put on a show there, and they really showed, who's boss. But I don't want to count them out here. This is like, okay, this is my wild prediction coming out. I think if Ghost Gaming win the next map, well, we know what's happened. They've won. I think if Kraken Paradise can clutch out and win zones, the momentum's going to completely shift in the shift, and they will get the reverse sweep.
Oh, that reverse sweep that will be needed. I mean,
They need it at this point, yeah.
It's just, it puts them on a lot of pressure. I mean, yeah, everyone agrees on that they can deliver that, which is totally fine, but still, it's that pressure every single time. The position you put you in, it's like, oh, we won one game, but you can't really celebrate that because you're like, oh, it's still two to go, and as soon as the enemy wins one, we're out.
Yeah, I definitely agree there, but I think, especially, I'd say Kraken Paradise are, I'd say they get less tilted, you know, they can hold their own if they're down 2-0. Ghost Gaming, I'd say, would struggle more. So at a deficit, they would find it harder to make reverse sweeps. But Kraken Paradise, from what I know, have extremely good mental fortitude, especially with this roster right now. The amount of times they've made reverse sweeps is unreal. So I think the main thing is going to be making sure they get a good win here. It can't just be a win. They need to get a solid win for this team. So we'll see if they can pull it out for the next map.
Yeah, next map obviously will be Splat Zones. And then we go in... Wait, we end on Rainmaker on 5th map. Oh god! If that ends like the first map on Rainmaker, I might die. Well, casting, I'm not sure.
We do see Kraken Paradise have decided to go with Inkblot Splat Zones. I believe that was a map they played against Backsquids, and they won on it. They looked very, very strong on Inkblot Academy Splat Zones. So we'll see if they can show that same strength against Ghost Gaming. Because if they can, then this can be the shift they need. Because I know Tower Control is a great mode for their team. So if they can get the momentum shift here, they can play on their strongest mode, then they just need to nail it out in Rainmaker. So but for right now, they just need to win this, and we'll see if they can do it.
Yeah, see, oh, there's the map pick.
Yeah, on Inkblot Academy.
Yeah, I mean, we always see that for Splat Zones so far.
I think it's a very popular map mode. It's one of my favorites for Splat Zones. Inkblot Academy Splat Zones is a very nice map mode, and I can see why Kraken Paradise would pick it after doing so nice earlier. Why? I think it's very neutral. It feels like Cloud is very strong on it, but it feels like nothing is too strong to make it too unbalanced. It feels like you can't get locked out too hard, but if you're smart, you can still push up well. Like, everything about it feels balanced. Nothing feels overpowered there, so I think it's very nice. It doesn't feel really suffocating or open to play on either, because, you know, if a map's too open, Chargers become horrible to play against. If a map's too suffocating, it becomes horrible to play Charger, you know? But this map just feels like the right balance for everything.
Yeah, but that also means it's the right balance for your opponents as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think it is a balanced map, but I think earlier we did see Kraken Paradise win over Backsquids on it, so I think they'll be able to hopefully show their dominance here again, if we want to get to that map 5.
Yeah, if you really go that way. I mean, we now talked about, oh, the sweep is possible, but for all of that, it means that here on the 3rd map, which is Splat Zone, Kraken Paradise has to win it. There's no other way.
Yep. And we do see Urza bringing out a new weapon into the meta, which is the Kenza splash shot instead of the Tenstek splash shot. Missiles seeing more use and more players, people worked out how to use them, and we'll see how they use it here. Kiva is going down early, so Ghost Gaming should probably get the first control coming out on this map mode.
Yeah, and they do so with the help of Ezra. They got Wisdom as well on the site as we're trying to move around. Oh, it's Soren actually that moves front line here, with everyone else staying behind. I mean, we saw that on all the Inkblot modes, like someone moving down where Ezra is right now and just waiting for the opponent to drop in once again.
And we'll see if he can get the picks once he does. Wisdom dropping down, and will he get caught out? He does. He falls right for it. Urza predicted him, and he got the splat he needed. That's 2 down for Kraken Paradise now. This is looking deadly, especially when your tournament life's on the line with this game.
Yeah, I tell you, it's like... Just to even create that reverse sweep, they would need to win the first one. But now with the momentum that Ghost Gaming brings into this 3rd map, it just looks really good for them. They're down to 32 already. Once again, special for Ezra. Also, the Inkstorm coming in, helping out. It seems like Kraken Paradise not really getting the grips on anything on this map. They're also not really winning 1v1s anymore. Finally, they get in control. And that was actually close. They really needed that.
I think that was what they needed. They understood they couldn't fully win the team fight, but they did understand that they could, cap the zone and get the delay. That's what they're doing now. They're going to recuperate, get the specials, so they can go back in for a good push here. They're going to watch out, and I say be more aware of Urza because he has been very strong, in this map mode. So we'll see if they can deal with him here.
Oh, there's Stingray coming in. Also, Ink Armor trying to help out. But they're not getting anyone. Oh, they got a double there. I think
very nice from Kaji with the Stingray. Yeah, Brian and Soren going down. That was clean. What can I say? The accuracy on that was impeccable, and I believe this will be Kraken Paradise's full control, but Urza gets 2. This guy, some people call him the best in the West, or the best Slayer in the West, because he is just phenomenal at the game, and he's been really putting on a show these last few games, and this one, you know, he's been keeping it up.
Yeah, way more 1v1 situations now than on the previous maps. And it seems like Ghost Gaming can still keep up with Kraken Paradise on that, making sure that they're currently in the lead. They're also going down on the additional timer, so it's looking good for them. If they run below 20, I'm pretty sure that that just Kraken Paradise loses too much momentum to go back into this.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard. They need to get their specials. They need to get back together. It seems like people are going in a bit too prematurely, and as I say that, Watson gets taken out for doing that exact thing. You see a lot of people are just going in, and then they're down, and it's just Kaji left alone, you know, waiting for her team to get back together. And fortunately, they're not, because they are going in too early, and it does look like it's going to be hard for Kraken Paradise to get in here unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, oh, they get taken away. I just saw that Kiver actually got stopped on the outside. Bakashi now moving in with all of his team. They need to regain control of the zone once again. 79 plus 15 still for them. But it's 44 at that point, but they're down to 3. They now finally in control, but still a lot on their counter.
Again, all it was a stall. Ghost Gaming still have the control. They still have the advantage and lead. Kraken Paradise, however, are just like kind of left trying to stall for time and get their specials, but eventually they need to get full control, but it's been hard. Urza's been doing some insane stuff once they've lost it, so I'm not sure what they can do here.
Once again, they actually managed to run the whole initial timer down. Look at this. Down to, or I wanted to say down to 10, but they got stopped once again. It seems like Kraken Paradise gets a bit quicker now to actually stop the counter from running down.
And it looks like Kraken Paradise finally get the full control they need. As long as they take out Brian here, which they do, they now have full control. They need to paint up a little bit around the sides, push forwards, and this game is still in the bag for them. Winning a game like this for them would put the momentum so hard in their favor. They just need to make sure to stay in the game, keep their heads straight, and do it.
It would hurt double, basically, for Ghost Gaming. I mean, they were down to 11 already. They were in control of most of the matchup here. And now losing this, that really hurts. That just hurts all the movement for the next map. Once again, Stingray coming in for the side of Ghost Gaming, not really helping onto Gray, maybe onto Kiver. No. Yeah, Kiver survives, actually.
A lot of specials and coordination comes out from Ghost Gaming. They managed to get together, but now it's 2v2. And I believe Kraken Paradise do have the fader in this 2v2 because the Undercover Umbrella isn't just a great slaying weapon, but it is stalling the zone in time for their teammates.
16,
and we'll see if they can count down the timer. 13, 12, 11, back up to 12. Can they recap the zone? They need to paint here, but 2 get taken down. And it looks like Ghost Gaming's going to get this. That's so unfortunate. Kraken Paradise played astonishingly at the end, but they do go down to Ghost Gaming 3-0. What can I say? That first game was ridiculously close. Ghost Gaming did dominate on the second game, but again, another 1-point game. Like, this is a 3-0, but I think you need to remember there was 2 1-point games, and you can't let that slide.
The first Rainmaker was already really, really close. Both teams had the chance to lift the Rainmaker way early in the game, but all that talk about the reverse sweep, not going to happen, because even on splat zones, Ghost Gaming managed to keep control, and the last seconds, they were cool enough to bring this to an end and win 3-0.
However, Kraken Paradise, for all their efforts and hard work, won't go home empty-handed. They will all be winning a pair of, I believe, headphones each, provided by our sponsor, so, you know, for their hard work, they won't be going home without anything.
That's true, and you can't really go wrong with Sennheiser headsets, I mean, that's for sure. So.
Yeah.